This is... I don't know where this is, but this is absolutely not where I need to be. This is fucking Outer Expanse, dude. I mean, this could actually work. This wasn't my plan. But, you know, when in Rome... Hello, everybody. It is I, your host, LucaTheJackal, and we're back with some more pearl hunting. Wahoo! And this one has already been a doozy, and we have just started the video. So to give a little of a kind of backstory on this one, because there's a lot of it. I finished my last video. Oh my god, that's albino. Holy shit. How you doing? Sick as fuck. I had originally planned to do a whole thing where I went to Metropolis, got the pearls there, got the pearl on the wall, and then went to Moon, call it a day. Nothing too crazy, right? Because I was like, oh, I want to do the Hunter one. You know, I want to get the Hunter stomach pearl and then the Farmer A pearls. And I think that would be a nice way to go about it, right? And I was looking at that, I'm like, I mean, it looks like a pretty complicated and long route. And it also feels like, you know, it probably just, you know, it's kind of a similar video. We're doing another stomach pearl sort of thing. And, you know, I don't want to kind of keep a repetitive theme over there. So it's like, you know what? Let's spice it up. I want to do the Metropolis pearls and the exterior pearl because that sounds nice. And it sounds a lot easier to go through. Little did I know, well, I was also like, you know, the hardest part of that will probably just be, you know, getting the RNG check just to get there in the first place, right? And that was the easiest part, because I got there first try. I was like, oh yeah, this will be pretty damn straightforward. Good to know. Unfortunately, it was not quick getting through that area. Oh, you're just dead. Awesome. Sick. This is awesome, man. Hell yeah. Whoa! Fuck are you doing, man? If I was Artie, this would be over, like, instant. I've been eaten. And there is no shot in fucking hell. There's a lot happening on the screen right now. And I really don't know. So yeah, it took me like about as long to get out of Metropolis as did the entirety of the last video, just, you know, overall. But I was like, alright, you know, it's fine, it was rough. I'll basically, I can just do a nice little montage of everything, right? I'll record the rest of the video without mic audio, call it a day, nothing too crazy, and then slap it together. Do my little pearl readings at the end, and shouldn't be anything too rough. And then I realized I made a mistake. And my mistake was having only one challenge in my expedition. Because I was like, oh, I don't want to accidentally, you know, complete the challenge. Right? That would suck. Yeah, you don't want to be there, buddy. I'm sorry. Hi, guys. I just want to come through. Is that okay? Sweet. And how passages work in expeditions is that I need to complete a challenge in order to use them. And I had 3 pearls, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to use a passage once I get to Moon to go back to the shelter where they're all at, grab my pearls, passage back over the Moon, and it all works out in the long run. And then this morning I realized, no, I'm stupid. So here we are, playing more Rainworld, because I was like, well, I have to restart everything over again. Let's see how this shit rolls. And I just happened to spawn in Outer Expanse, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go to Outer Expanse and do that shit, because that also sounds very refreshing compared to, you know, whatever the fuck else was going on here. Which is why I have my, my Splody jump. Because I was kind of hoping to get to Metropolis and use said Splody jump, because, believe it or not, the Artificer area isn't very easy to go through without the Artificer. And here we are in Outer Expanse, and there's this giant fucking centipede in the way. So that sucks. There's also my fucking mouse in the way. I'm doing great today, if you are wondering. Thank you guys for asking. I really appreciate you guys asking how I'm doing today. Yeah, so that's what brings us to the present. Okay. Yeah, you can just bring us over to outskirts. That would be swag. Which, this was kind of a route I had saved. Like, my original plan was I was going to, like, go through farm arrays to make this shit work. But then I'm looking at that and I'm like, that sounds even more miserable. Why am I like this? So we're grabbing the light purple, the purple, whatever fucking color this is, that's already in our stomach. At least it fucking should be. Please let me, I'm going to double check, because if it's not, I'm just gonna stop playing the video game. Okay, cool, it's still there. And there is another pearl, which is, I think, pink. That is also in outskirts. And the only way to really get that is by coming through Outer Expanse, so that's where this whole route comes into play. There you are. Hello. Cool. So now we get to do the fun part of the game where we just have to go all the way over the moon. Who's excited? I'll take the silence as a yes. Even though that really doesn't make sense considering the sentence I said. But you know what? Who gives a shit? Please subscribe. Yeah, so the fun part about these passages is I was planning on using them to carry, like, 15 pearls over. You know? And I can't really utilize them very well. Because I just need to take a straight shot over the moon. Like, I could realistically use them for, like, you know, emergency karma, if it suddenly gets low. Which means I should probably, like, do anything on my list over here. Most likely murder. Unless I think I can just grab the Industrial Pearl. Like, I've already got that in the books, but, you know, I should be able to just grab that and add that to the Scholar. Question mark. Oh, good lord. Goodbye. I haven't, like, come across, like, any enemies in several cycles. Like, once I went through, like, the pipe in Outer Expanse, I just haven't had anything, so I kind of forgot what it was like to actually have, like, present danger on the screen. Which, I'm playing Rainworld. I really need to get out of that mindset. Yeah, so I should just be able to grab the Industrial Pearl. And I think I want to try going through garbage again, because if I have a Splody jump, that is actually going to be pretty goddamn helpful. Just navigating through garbage waste. because I don't want to go through Shaded again. And I know I'm going to get so many people, including my friend Boric, going, just go through Shaded. It's so much easier, and there's just a clean shot right through it. You just have to walk forward. And to that I say, you're correct, but I don't wanna. I have like a small feeling that the area that we just can't see anything in is gonna be like not the best to record, edit, or just publish. And besides, I think the most of you are here to see me fuck up and die in monumental ways, and Garbage Waste is kind of made for that, so let's I'm gonna do that instead. What are you doing up there? Okay. I was gonna say, I was gonna grab a spear and start stabbing the shit out of you, but, you know, if you wanna fuck off, that's perfectly fine. Hey, speaking of fucking off, I know someone who should do that. Woo! Yeah, you know what? You two have fun here. I'm fucking leaving. Alright, and now we have to go through the entirety of Garbage Waste, but on the bright side, we have a Splody jump. So, you know, getting through a decent chunk of this stuff should be pretty damn easy. Hi! No! Oh my god. How did I fucking... Oh my goodness. Outstanding that I fucking goal shot myself into there. That is incredible, dude. Whatever, man. Yeah, you go for that guy, and I will just leave. That's cool, right? We're cool with that? Awesome. I don't need to bring the Industrial Pearl with me, but I'm going to anyways. I honestly might just bring this Industrial Pearl all the way to Moon, just for the hell of it. Like, I was going to use this one for trading, so I could get past the scavenger toll, but there is a pearl just kind of right there. So... Love scavengers, dude. I had one playthrough, I think it was like my Saint campaign, actually, where I was, I was just kind of hanging about and going through outskirts, and there was a scavenger that was, like, pointing down because he saw, like, a centipede or something. And then he just threw his spear directly to the left, where there was just another scavenger, and he just kind of stabbed another scavenger because he was scared. Of something that was all the way below him. I wish I might try to put a visual on screen, because that shit was really funny. This is going, pretty goddamn smooth, actually. And I don't know if I like it. So the fun part is now we are going through Shoreline, where thankfully we don't have to wait half a year for pre-cycles to end. On the downside, however, we have these motherfuckers, and I can't breathe in the water. There we go. I have substantially less underwater mobility at this point, but thankfully I can for the most part avoid the water stuff. I'm not gonna go to the little island section that we did last time because, you know, I don't really want to. I gotta keep things a little bit interesting, right? a little bit different. What do you mean people don't want to see the exact same thing over and over and over again? And thankfully that shithead isn't here this time. I'm still pissed off because you literally cannot see him. Like, come on, man. Why was he just not doing a damn thing? He was just in-fucking-visible. Honey, you're just gonna have to get off of me, okay? I don't want to have to wait all day. Alright? Yeah. You better fuck off. Listen, at least I don't have to deal with any, like, barnacle crabs, right? You know what? I'm happy I have Explodey Jump now. That's not my Industrial Pearl. That is, that's just not my Industrial Pearl. At all. Shit. Well, I guess we're just bringing these two pearls over the moon now. Whoopsie daisy. It's fine. This is not fine. What's going on over here, guys? Wait. Hey guys, I'm trying to, like... Okay, actually fuck off. Fucking shithead, now I gotta go find my pearl again. There it is. I'm actually kind of amazed I got that, like, immediately. Okay, never mind. I do hear boss music. There you are. I think he just ate something. And now we have a chance to get the hell out of here. Goodbye. Bye-bye, you little fucking shithead, whatever. If this does end up becoming, like, a series, I should probably, like, name the guy. You know? I should probably name the Leviathan that likes to hang about over there. So, I have this video, and then I've had, you know, the Rivulet one. Feel free to comment, you know, call to action. Please comment what you would like me to name the Leviathan. And if I make another video, I'll name it whatever the most liked one is, or the one that I like the most. It's either going to be a democracy or a monarchy, and, you know, we'll see. We'll figure out which happens eventually. Ah! God damn it. Yippee! We made it to Moon! Moon! Hello again, little creature. I have a gift. What is that? You would like me to read this? It's a bit dusty, but I will do my best. Hold on. Did you find this beyond a retaining wall? I can't imagine another place you might. These are the final operating logs of a transit control tower. They regulated the inbound and outbound traffic of shipments to and from our facility. This log shows the point at which the caravan suspended their final shipments and became frozen as time as they remain now. While some of the machinery out there has ceased to function due to age and decay, others were purposefully ordered to stop during the final months before our creator's global ascension reached its conclusion. I'm sure you've seen the world my creators left behind then. The surface beyond the facility walls is a sea of mud, ruins, and thick plant life. The ground out there is almost like water, and few things remain stable. Ancient structures uncovered by fissures, only to be buried again. The land around the retaining wall eroded long ago, and the subway system that connects me to my distant peers was eventually made into a network of railway bridges. They were used to ship construction material until the surface became too dangerous. The ground beneath us is like an artificial mountain, with the layer of clouds that covers it. The few that reject living above those clouds could only choose to venture as far into the expanse as they could. There were rumors that you could see the sky if the fog became thin enough. I wonder if those rumors were true, or just optimistic stories. Another pearl. You want me to read this one too? Just a moment. It's an asset management law containing the historic structural health of various pieces of framework over the span of many hundreds of cycles. I suppose neither of us would benefit from me reading all of these numbers out loud. What is notable is that none of the structures over the course of this logged history are marked as needing explicit repairs. That comes as no surprise. It was very much the intention. Most of the machinery storage areas and other structural housings need to remain watertight. This is due to the fluctuating groundwater and regular bombardment of heavy water vapor from our breathing. No matter how well constructed the architecture may be, deterioration is an inevitability. To counter this, there is a second line of defense. Microbes are infused into the building materials that lie dormant for an indefinite period of time. They are awakened in response to splintering and separations, initiating a healing cycle that gradually fills in the damage and restores waterproofing to the structure. The duration of this process depends on the extent of the damage, of course. Voyages down to the surface were quite dangerous, attempted only by the most unfortunate souls. They were always intended to be brief trips, only for periodic inspection and lodging. Designing the surface world to be largely self-sufficient was a very deliberate decision, allowing my creators to live carefree lives in their cities at the clouds. Wow. Those creators fucked everything up, huh? And look at that. We have accomplished every single thing we have set out to do on this expedition. Every single thing. There's nothing at all missing from what I need to do. Well, either way, thank you for watching, everybody, once again. It was good to get back to this and actually have, like, something that wasn't ungodly frustrating like my Metropolis run, because that shit sucked. If I do another one of these, it'll be a couple months before. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It'll depend on how I feel. Who fucking knows? But either way, hope you all enjoyed this video. And let me know what you want me to name the Leviathan buddy. Do you want me to name him Joe? I don't give a shit. Just give me comments and engagement. That's all I care about as a YouTuber.